Why did the football coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback. No, I promise you, Sam Darnold is not on this list. Who is though? Let's find out. To start the list, we have Lamar Jackson, the 2019 MVP who only played 12 games last year, still putting up 764 rushing yards on 6.8 yards per attempt, the second highest average in his career, only behind that 2019 season. Jackson has never been the best passer, only throwing 17 touchdowns and 186 yards per game this year. He ranked 10th in my QB rankings last season with a subpar 20th place pass ranking, but that should change this year with the additions of rookie Zay Flowers and OBJ at receiver. With extra receivers and hopefully a healthy season, Lamar Jackson should make the Ravens a competitive team again.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back though. That's the problem. I ain't right back. Let's go.
Geno had a renaissance season with the Seahawks, putting up 4,200 yards and 30 TDs. He also had the highest completion percentage in the league. I don't know about you, but I love it when QBs put balls in the right places. Just look at how pristine these passes are. Oh my gosh! After 2 horrific seasons with the Jets, Geno was benched. He was then shopped around the NFL. 3 teams and 7 seasons later, he finally gets his chance to start for Seattle after showing out when Russ was injured in years before. He ranked 6th last year, but starting for the first time in 7 years, I can't be sure he can put up the same production. I'm willing to bet on it though.
Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee!
At 8, we have the man everyone loves and fears at the same time. The Noon Nightmare. Trust me, if this were rankings for the 1 o'clock game times, Kirk would be first. But unfortunately, prime time exists. But seriously though, this is the first year I've seen actual respect for Kirk Cousins. He ranked 6th as a QB in the player-made rankings, and NFL comment sections aren't complete dumpsters for Kirk hate anymore. Number 8 in these rankings, number 8 in my 2022 rankings, and the number 8 jersey. It just seems like a great number for Kirk.
He just wanna fuck with me 'cause I'm the one. He got all the drugs and I got all the guns.
The boy toy with luscious locks himself, Trevor Lawrence, just had to make this list. After the horrific rookie season he had, led by Urban Meyer's incompetence, Trevor Lawrence had one of the best sophomore years I've seen, coming back as the 5th best QB in the NFL last year. It seemed at first that the overpays for Christian Kirk and Zay Jones wouldn't amount to much, but they were actually perfect for Trevor Lawrence, and now they have the betting machine Calvin Ridley at wide receiver 1. Trevor Lawrence is ranked 6th in MVP odds. I'd keep Ridley away from any betting if possible with those odds.
My knee.
The NFL was able to enjoy a down year from Rodgers last year, but I don't think that's happening again. Rodgers was forced to play with rookies and no solidified number 1 receiver. Not anymore with the Jets, where he gets last year's Rookie of the Year Garrett Wilson to pass to. Rodgers gets to play with one of the best rosters in the NFL, and the division title should be in consideration for this team. His lackluster 17th ranking should improve drastically this year, but time is getting to him, and I don't know how many more MVP caliber seasons he has. Another beautiful man on this list, the Sheldon High School fishing president, Justin Herbert. This man has been on point since he entered the league. 3 straight seasons with 4,000 plus passing yards and 1 with 5,000, and 2 seasons with 30 plus passing touchdowns. He ranked only 11th last year in my QB rankings with a bit of a junior slump. He should be able to bounce back this year though. Jalen Hurts was my number 3 ranked QB last year, and he should hopefully keep up that production. Let's hope we don't have another Carson Wentz here with the Eagles. Hurts is on one of the best teams in the NFL with arguably the best receiver duo in the league. There is no way they lose any traction. I expect Hurts to progress even further in his passing capabilities. With this quarterback on this team, this should be everyone's Super Bowl favorites, if it weren't for the 49ers being in the same conference. Joey B suffered a calf injury in training camp this year and will be out for several weeks. This takes the Bengals from the Super Bowl contenders to fringe playoff contenders. But I still don't doubt that they can make it with Joe Cool at QB. This man ranked 4th in my rankings last year, and I still see him as one of the top QBs in the NFL. Josh Allen's passing has plateaued since his 2020 season, but his rushing has been getting better since then, still keeping him as the best dual threat QB in the NFL. This man is ranked in the top 3 every year since 2020 in my QB rankings, this year being his highest ranking as 2nd. My biggest regret is trading this man so early in the 2021 fantasy season. He just decides some weeks that he wants to throw 3 picks and the next week 4 TDs. I love Patrick Mahomes. He is the best QB in NFL history. No one has ever seen a man like this before. He is a true gift to the world. NFL commentators love to meat ride this guy so hard it's practically ingrained in my head to love this guy. I can feel the NFL hovering over me as I make this list telling me, "He must be number 1. You must love Patty." I'm afraid that if I didn't put him as my number 1, then I'd go missing and never be seen again. He ranked number 1 last year. He's entering this season number 1 as well. No debate. If you like this video, you should subscribe. Please.